Hi, it's Agnes. I've got a viewer request today, and I'm going to read you what this lovely lady has written. Dee, this is your email. And she says this: by the way, these are a couple of video requests regarding areas I feel are pulling me down and wreaking havoc in my manifestation processes in recent times. Could really use some words of wisdom and a moral boost. Okay, number one, how to let go of resentment towards your specific person, how to forgive them, thereby struggling to radiate love out to them. Maybe a meditation accompanied with that would be lovely. Well, firstly, if you have resentment towards your specific person for specific things, it tells me that you don't understand that this is created by you, okay? I don't want to sound harsh because it's not about that, but it's about getting the understanding of it so that you don't have to try and forgive, you see. Now, I'm going to give you a personal example in my own life so it will help you. When I was with my husband, he was laying up the road with another woman about 1 or 2 streets away from where we lived. Now, we were still married, and he had decided to take off with this other person. Now, at the time, incredibly angry, hostile emotions, feeling like, oh, I need to do something. I can't stand it. How can they be laying in bed together just 2 streets away? And I decided not to do anything. I had heaps of thoughts of, just not good stuff. I won't even go into it. But I understood that this situation was me pushed out, you see. It was my thoughts, my feelings and beliefs. And the thoughts and feelings and beliefs I had were, I'm second best, I'm going to be left, men never stay with me, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, I'm not deserving, I'm not secure, I'm suspicious, I'm jealous, I am always looking for something that's going to happen, okay? So I projected that out and that situation was created. Do I have any negative emotion towards him? No, because I understand that really the forgiveness is from me towards me, because I understand today that it was created by me. I understand that intense fear and all this stuff that you put out daily goes out and it attaches itself to something. And unfortunately, this was a really hard lesson for me because it was really close to home in the physical vicinity. They were literally probably a 5-minute walk from the house. So I had to do a lot of work and let out a lot of feelings and deal with myself because I knew that this was self-created, you see. So once you get to that point where you really understand the pushed out, everyone is you pushed out, I projected all that stuff, he acted it out. So the forgiveness needs to be between me and me. Because I didn't know better, I couldn't do better. Now I know better, I do better. And it's the same. If you can't do radiating love to your person, you need to go back and look at the Everyone Is You Pushed Out YouTubes and really write down what you did, because this is taking 100% responsibility that you create, okay? We can't just take responsibility, unfortunately, for creating the good stuff. We have to look at the stuff that we do that's not so good, okay? So once you go back and do that work on yourself, I can honestly tell you from experience, it does release you from hating them, not being able to forgive certain things they said, certain things they did, the pain of it, the hurt, really all that stuff subsides. You go within, you forgive yourself, and you just say it to yourself. I'm sorry that I didn't know better. Now I know better, I can do better, and I'm willing to let this go. And I was very much at that time in I am a victim state because I didn't know any better. Now, so you see, once you understand that, Dee, it changes. You don't have to go into this I have to forgive thing, you see. Okay, so I hope if you go and watch those YouTubes and you write down your stuff about what you projected, then you take responsibility for it, then you say, you could do the Ho'oponopono on it if you want. I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you, thank you. And you forgive you and you dissolve the part of you, because that's what the Ho'opono is about. It's the Ho'opono understands, just like the term everyone is you pushed out, that it is all self-created, you see. Okay, so that's part one of your question. Let me look at what else you've said. And you've said about doing a meditation. Well, really, it's about doing self-love meditations. Self-love meditations is loving the self. It's you got letting go of the other stuff, putting your focus on the new stuff. Okay? People often think, I've got to clean up this mess. What you got to do is get your eyes off it and get your eyes onto the new stuff. You got to stop trying to fix and do all that stuff. Just shift gears over here. I can tell you, when I started to do that, the stuff dropped away, because I wasn't still trying to go over it, unravel it. Now, I'm not saying if something comes up from the past to just go, I'm just going to go over to the new stuff. Not at all. If feelings come up, you feel them, you let them out, and you let them go. Okay? We are human. We're going to feel things. But then once that's done, shift over to feeling self-love and feeling and doing the stuff that moves you towards what you want, which is feeling loved. At the end of the day, that's what we all want. We want to feel loved, but it starts here, you see. Okay, so I've tried, and revision of the past events doesn't work for me. It brings up more wounds, on the contrary. So any words for people like me? Well, you don't have to do revision. There's lots of different things you can do, as you know. And I'm not going to name them all because there's so many, and you guys can find them on the channel about different processes and things. And I actually set up a playlist yesterday and grouped manifesting processes, so you can actually look them up. I'll put them down below on this YouTube to help you out. So, where was I? Let me just read. Oh, revision. So, yeah, if revision doesn't work for you and it makes you feel worse, let it go. Pick another process. Do a self-love meditation. Do things that make you feel good. Some things don't work for you. Some processes work for some people. Some processes don't work for others. So pick the ones that you resonate with, okay? That would be my suggestion on that one. And the struggling to radiate love out to your specific person... no, I've jumped back up to the thing. Sorry. Okay, any tips when you're still fixated with past painful events, in this case, relationships? Well, yes, you can do, as I said, the Ho'oponopono prayer. And what's happening is you're having repetitive habitual thoughts. You go back to the past, you reinfect yourself mentally with the offense, and then you create an emotional response, you see. So, it's shifting gears mentally, thinking about something else. And if you need to, there is a meditation called meditation to let go of old stuff with loved ones, or to let go of old beliefs. There's a couple of meditations. I will put those down below so you don't have to find them, but you can use those to let the stuff out, okay? It is important to let stuff out, and then you come back and you start moving towards the new stuff. So, you've said tips when you are still fixated on the past painful events. So yes, Ho'oponopono prayer and affirmations. You start to say what you want and what you want to be. I am loved. I am supported. I am secure. I am worthy. I am deserving. I know you guys know them because I've said them many times. So you do them. And when I was doing them and I was feeling really terrible and I was having a lot of thinking about them laying in bed together, thinking about them 2 streets away, thinking about she's with my husband and all this stuff, I had to work like nothing I've ever done before. So it's not impossible. Even with a situation like that up the road, I became razor sharp at controlling my mind and focusing it on what I wanted to think, which was, I'm loved, I'm wanted, I'm supported, I'm secure, etc., etc., you see. It doesn't matter what other people are doing. It matters what you're doing in here. And then it creates a feeling, you see. Okay. So, yeah. Okay, the next bit. Should we be visualizing only one image every night or different images for your end result? Being with our specific person, which is more efficient. I believe one image over and over until it becomes natural. If you're doing a imaginal scene where you hear somebody saying something like congratulations on whatever, you hear the same voice, the same person, and you see them standing in the same place, and you feel the naturalness as you do it over and over and over, you see. If you keep changing, you never get this kind of easing into it. It's like this, let me explain. It's like when you buy a new t-shirt, you put it on, it's uncomfortable, it's a bit stiff, but when you actually have worn it for 2 or 3 months, it becomes your favorite t-shirt. It's soft, it feels good, and it's natural. So it's like that. Okay. I've noticed I'm good with self-love meditations, but really struggle with radiating the love out to my person. Which, look, under the circumstances of how you've been viewing it, and how you've been viewing he did this to me or she did this to me, and I'm still hurt by it and all those things, it's very difficult to radiate love out. You've got to actually understand the mechanics of this a little bit more, so then it's easier to do the work, you see. So I think you bringing this up is a really good question, because I don't think you're the only one that suffers from this. So it all comes down to resentment towards them, I guess. So what can be done to overcome this issue? So yeah, I think I've answered that question in this YouTube. And it is very much about understanding that everyone is you pushed out. It is very much about, I have to forgive me because I didn't know. And therefore, I created that, you see. So, yeah, lots of love. And I hope that takes a bit of weight off your shoulders.